Welcome back, scholars. I missed you. Today, we are going to talk about being a good listener. Repeat after me. Say, I can be a good listener. Being a good listener is hard work, but you can do hard things. It is important to be a good listener because it helps you to learn new things and it helps you to be a good friend. Let's talk about ways that you can be a good listener. I can be a good listener by looking at the person who is talking to me. Make eye contact. I can be a good listener by being quiet. I shouldn't interrupt. And if I just need to interrupt, I say, excuse me. I use my manners. I can be a good listener by sitting in nest position and keeping my body still. I can be a good listener by thinking about what is being said. I can also be a good listener by caring about what the person is saying. Are you ready to be a good listener? Let's practice. I'm going to read you a very short story about school supplies, and I want you to listen carefully. Now put on your listening ears. All right? Are you ready? Let's listen. School supplies. Sono will begin school tomorrow, and now she's filling her backpack. She has 6 new notebooks, 1 for each subject in school. She has a new pencil box with 3 pencils inside. Each pencil has a sharp point and a pink eraser. Her mother is packing a lunch for her to take to school. In the lunch bag is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. There are carrot sticks, an apple, and a cupcake too. Sono has everything she needs to enjoy the first day of school. Were you being good listeners? Let's find out. I have some questions for you. How many notebooks does Sono need for school? Well, if you said 6, you are correct. How many pencils does she have in her pencil box? Do you have the answer? If you said 3, you are correct. What do the pencils have at each end? If you said a sharp point and an eraser, you are correct. Name at least 2 things in Sono's lunchbox. Now, it said at least, so that lets me know that there were more than 2 things, but we are naming at least 2. Can you think of any? Okay. Well, if you said a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, carrot sticks, an apple, or a cupcake, you are correct. Now, my last question, I want you to listen and think about it carefully. Sono is in the 4th grade. Is that true or false? Well, boys and girls, that was a trick question. There wasn't enough information given in the story to let us know which grade she was in. So you have to listen carefully because sometimes there are questions that are tricky. And if you were listening carefully, you should have been able to guess that that was not enough information in the story. Now, in today's lesson, you learned how to be a good listener. You listened to a short story about school supplies, and if you answered all of the questions correctly, then you were being an excellent listener. When you are a good listener, you are able to retain or remember information. When you are a good listener at school, you will feel less unprepared and less frustrated because you'll be able to follow directions and understand what the teacher expects from you. It's important to listen to your parents and to your teachers. It's also important to be a good listener to your friends so that you can give and receive good advice. Listening is a great skill for everyone to have. All right, listening is also going to be an important skill for Miss Houston Taylor and for you this school year, because a lot of what I do is read stories and share information. So in order to learn, you have to be a good listener. Take care.